Hey, this is Brimster, and as you're probably aware, there's been some issues with the channel recently. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to try and record when I can, and I'm going to try and record what I can. Um, I just want to focus on the puzzles for a bit. Everything that I've been talking about that I've been wanting to do, please just let that slide. When I release a video, I will release a video. Whether I can keep up whatever schedule I want for myself, I don't know. So let's just see how things go. Let's have a look at Tumble by Doomjot. Yeah, let's just focus on the puzzles for a bit, please. Okay, Tumble by Doomjot. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The purple lines are Renban lines, so they contain a set of consecutive, non-repeating digits in any order. So what that means is, for example, if we were to put a 2 on this line could be 1, 2, 3. That would be a set of consecutive digits, and they could go in any order, 1, 2, 3. But if the 2 was here, I could easily go, this is 1, 2, 3, that's fine. I could go 2, 3, 4, that would be fine, but 2, 4, 5 is not a set of consecutive digits, because if you were to count those numbers, 2, 4, 5, that's not if you are counting the numbers 1 through 9, 2, 4, 5, you're missing something, and that's what matters. You cannot miss something when you're counting the numbers. That's how it works. The digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Digits separated by a black dot must be in a 1 to 2 ratio, or one must be double the other. Something is going wrong with my music. I can't do anything without something going wrong. Not all dots are given, so there are cells somewhere in the grid where like it would be perfectly fine for these to be consecutive or in a 1 to 2 ratio. That would be perfectly fine. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, well. If I don't have something going on in my head, I tend to spiral, which is why I'm always listening to just ambient music. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, I feel these black dots are going to be incredibly important because actually, on a 4-cell line, they're probably less important than you think, because 1, 2 would work if the line was 1, 2, 3, 4. So they could be 1, 2. They could be 2, 4 if there was a 3 on the line. So 2, 4 would work. They can't be 4, 8 because 4, 5, 6, 7 is the most they could do. But they could be 3, 6 if the other bits were 4, 5. So if this was 4, these could be 3, 6. So the only thing I can't put on these is 8, which... But does that force a 4 onto the line? It absolutely does. So this is the same. If it's 1, 2, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this is 1, 2, this is 3, 4. If this is 2, 4, this is... okay. But if this is 2, 4, there's a 4 here. But there's a 4 on each of these lines. Because if this is 2, 4, the 4 is here. And if this is 3, 6, it's connected by 4, 5. So there is always a 4 on these lines. So there's a 4 in here and a 4 in here, which means there's no 4 in there. Because I can only put 2 4s in these columns, and there must be a 4 on each of these lines. Does that do anything? This was listed as an easy puzzle, but I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Maybe it is marking these. If this is 1, 2, this is 3, 4. If this is 2, 4, then there's a 3 in here with a 1 or a 5. And if this is 3, 6, this is 4, 5. So these are 1, 3, 4, 5. That can't be a 5. This is 1, 3, 4. So this would be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And this is 1, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 1. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8, 9. Oh, here we go. So if this is 7, 8, 9... If this is 9, this is 8, but the 8 is here, so it's not 9. If this is 8, this is 7 or 9, but the 7 and 9 is there. This is 7, this is 6. There you go. That's cool. 6 is on one of these. So one of these is 3, 6, which means one of these is 4, 5. And I can never put 5 there. So one of these has to be a 4. So one of these has to be a 2. I am marking across boxes. I am fully aware, and I'm going to remind myself, I'm saying it out loud. One of these must be a 5, so one of these must be a 4. So one of these must be a 2. Because one of these is 3, 6. Now, does that limit... If one of those is 5, one of them is 3, 6. So I've got 5 and 3, 6 taken up. So the other digits are 1, 2, and 4. Which means it could be 2, 4 with a 1. I'm not sure. If it's 2, 4, 1, 3, 6, or if it's 1, 2, 4. Either way, it's 3, 6, isn't it? Yeah, I can never put a 3 here, but I need a 3 to connect the 1, 2, 4. So these are always 3, 4, 3, 4, and these are always 2, 6. That's really cool. And these are always... So one of these is 3, 6, because I have to put a 6 on one of them. And, yeah, sorry, I took it all out. But if it's 1, 2... So the 3, 6 goes with 5 and then 4. If it's 1, 2, it's 3, 4. If it's 1... I'm losing it again. This is COVID brain. If it's 1, 2, these are 3, 4. But I've already got a 4 in this column from the 5, 4. So it would be 4, 3. And if it's 2, 4, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4. So these would be 3 and 1. Oh no, that's not true then. Because I could go 1, 3. I could put a 1 here. Oh, hang on, but what have I done? No, I've lost it. I've completely lost it. If it was 3, 6, I feel this is it. If it was 3, 6, this is... Let's use them separately. If this is 3, 6, this is 5, 4, and this is 2 or 8. Why did I say it just had to be 2? I'm really off my nut. If it was... That leaves 1, 2, and 4. If it's 1, 2, these become 3, 4. It has to be 4, 3, 6, because I've already got the 4 in this column. If it's 2, 4, then these are from 1, 3, 5. But I can't put a 3 here, and there must be a 3. So this is also 3. So this was always 3, 6, because I have to put a 3 on the line, and I couldn't put it here because of the 3, 6. That's where I came from, but at the beginning, and I lost track of that. So these are always 3, 4. And this, if this is 2, 4, the 3 is here, and this is 1 or 5. So what we end up with is these are 1, 4, 5. These are 3 or 4. And these are 2, 6, 8. And these add 1, 2, 4, and these add 3, 6. I think that's correct. I hope that's correct. But I don't know what that's doing for me. I don't know why I'm losing the plot here. And I could have got that an easier way. Whichever one of these was the 2, 4, I must have had the 2 on it. And, right, yeah, I could have got that a much easier way. But that 3, 4 pair... is it this line? It's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. There is definitely a 3 on that line. If this is 4, 8, what is that? Because it couldn't be 1, 2, 3, 4, because there'd be 4, 8 here. So it'd have to be higher than 4, but 5, 6, 7, 8 wouldn't work. This can't be 4, 8. Can it be 3, 6? No, this can't be 3, 6. Because if this is 3, 6, this is broken. Any 4-cell long Renban line must have a 3 or a 6 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 3, 6, or this is broken. This is 4 and 2, which means this is 3 and 6. Now this can't be 1, 2, 3, can't be 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. This is 7, 8, 9. These are tricks that I knew and completely had forgotten. Now, the 3, 6 here means that there's no 3, 6 on here. This is the 1, 2, 4. But the 4 here means that there's no 4 on here. I had figured this one out, hadn't I? The 4 went with 3, 6, 4, 5 because the 6 needed... 3, 6 needed the 4, 5. So this is the 5. This is not the 1, 2. The 5 comes out of here. This is 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 4, 3, 1 all works. That line is really clever. Now, again, this has to be higher than 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a 5-cell long line. But it means 6. It needs 6, 7, and 8 on it, which means 6 is down here because 6 must be on this line. So 6 isn't here or here. This is very clever. Smarter than me. It is much smarter than I am. Now this isn't 3, 6 anymore. So it's from 1, 2, 4, 8. And I don't know if I've mentioned it. The thing about black dots is one of the digits on it must be low, the other must be even. So you've only got 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. They're the only possibilities. Because after you start using 5, you hit 10. And if you look at that, one of the digits is low, the other digit is even. So if you ever start playing with parity or anything, you can have 2 low, you can have 2 even, but they're things that are always worth noting. So, for example, this can't be 4, 8. It could be 1, 2, or 2, 4, this being the other one, and it could be 3, 6. This can't be 3, 6, so this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, that's interesting for that one. But not interesting enough. Now, this is from 1, 2, 4, 8, because... not 5, 8, because you can never put 7 or 5, 7, or 9 on one of these. Because this sees 3, 6, because this cell here can't be 3 or 6. And this can't be 1, 2, or 4. That's an 8, that's a 4. Now there's no 4 on this line, so this line is 1, 2, 3. That's really cool. This is a 5. Holy cow, that's good. So this can't have a 9 on it because it would need an 8. Oh, because of the 7, 8, 9 as well. So 7 and 9 are in here. So what can this be? I can't put a 3 on it. I need to put an even digit on this. Oh, that's so cool. Every consecutive dot must have an even and an odd digit on it. But this now can't have a 2, a 4, and an 8. So it must have a 6. So it's either 5, 6 or 6, 7, and it can't be 6, 7. This is a 5, 6. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 7, and 9. And I can't have 3, 6 on this anymore. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. Wow. This is nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. There are tricks to this I'm not following. This can't be a 1. If this is a 1, I would need to put a 2 on this line. But if this is a 1, that would be a 2, and that sees every other cell on the line. This is not a 1. If this is a 1, this could be a 2, and that could be a 2. So it doesn't work the other way around. Oh, there's no 8 on this because of the 7, 8, 9. So there must be a 2 on this. There's no 2 here. Now, if there's no 2 here, that has to be a 2. And now by Sudoku, that's a 2. So I know what this triple is. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 4, 5. So this is 1, 4, or 5. Now, if this is 1, this would be a 1, 2, 3. But I can't put 2 or 3 there. So that's not a 1. This is 4 or 5. The 4 looks down, saying there's no 4 there. 6 looks up, saying there's no 6 on there, but... or maybe. 1 and 3 are in those. Well, 3 is in one of those two now. That's interesting. I say it's interesting. I haven't yet proved it's interesting. Oh, this 5 is looking down. This is 6, this is 5. There will be more. Such as I know what that digit is, because this is 1, 2, 4. This is a 3. So there's no 3 on this line. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So it's 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. None of those are forced digits. This isn't 3, by the way. Hmm. 4 isn't in any of those by Sudoku. So 4 is in one of those two. If 4 is there, that would have to be 3 or 5, and it can't be because 3 is here and 5 can't be there. That's not the 4. This is a 4, which puts 4 up here, but it's not forced onto that. I'm trying to find forced digits. There's probably some that I'm not seeing. I mean, there are some I'm not seeing. That's the nature of me having not solved the puzzle yet. I know that 5 is over here somewhere. Well, these are 1, 4, 5, 7, and 9. 1, 4, 5, 7, and 9 is what they are. But this can't be 1 because I could never get to 4. It can't be 9, I'd never get down to 5. 7, 6, 5 might work. So this is 4, 5, or 7. It's not quite enough. Well, maybe it is. If these are 4, 5, this is 3 or 6. If these are 4, 7, well, they can't be 4, 7. But 5, so this is 3 or 6. If these are 4, 5, this is 3 or 6 to make 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. But if this is 5 and 7, then this is a 6. So this is always a 3 or a 6, which is... No, I'm missing something. I feel there's something going on with threes. But I'm not seeing it. Wear your masks, don't get COVID. I think I got mine at a hotel. So there's an even digit on this. If it's 2, it's 1, 2. If it's 8, it's 7, 8. If it's 8, the 8 is there, and this is 7 or 9. So 8 is in one of those two. No, I'm not getting it. I want to. Is there something about these? I can only put 2. One of these must be 4, 8. Because there's a 2 on this. If this was 1, 2, then I couldn't put another 2 on this and it'd have to be 4, 8. One of these must be 4, 8. So there's an 8 on one of these. That's a really interesting little trick. Because a 1, 2, 4, 8 dot, does it mean that none of them can be 2, 4? No. I could go 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8. That would be fine. But I could also go 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 8. But one of them must be 4, 8. And one of them must be 1, 2, mustn't it? Because I can't go 2, 4... Because if I don't use 1, 2, I'm using too many 4s. So one of them must be 1, 2. And one of them must be 4, 8. How does that work? One of them is 1, 2. And one of them is 4, 8. Ooh, that's got to be something, doesn't it? Can this one be 4, 8? Yeah, because this could be 5, 6, 7. Sorry about that, everyone. As I said, there is COVID in my house and I had to go deal with that. I'm still testing negative at the moment, but I don't feel great. And my wife is positive, so yay. Anyway, so what had I been looking at? Okay, so I just figured out that one of these had to be 4-8 because otherwise I'd have to put 2s on all of them. And one of them must be 1-2 because otherwise I'd have to put 4s on all of them. And in this column I've only got 2 2s and 2 4s. So I'm not sure what I can do with that. I also, because of this 3-6, 3s seemed interesting. 6s also seemed interesting. Now, I know 6 is down here. Thing is, I've only got limited 6s. 6s are in here. 6s... Hang on. Three... So 6s are in... Hang on. 6s are not on this line. And if 6 isn't on this line, it's from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if there was anything higher than a 6 on the line, I'd need a 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means it must have a 2, a 3, and a 4 on it. But there's no 2 here. So 2 in this box is here. There's no 4 there. But 2 is horizontal here. So that's not a 2. 2 is vertical here. That's not a 2. So this is not a 1. Still could be 1, 2. But 2 isn't on this. So there's no 1 here. This is a 4, 8. Which means there's no 4 here. So that's not a 4. 4 is vertical here, so that's not a 4. 4 is down here. That is a 4. So that is not a 4. This can't be 7 anymore, because this would have to be 5 and 6. This is 5. This is 3 or 6. That takes 5 out of those. This is 4, 8. 9 is in one of those two. But I can't put 9 here because now this would be 9, 8, 7. This is 9 in the middle. Because if I put 9 here, this would be 9, 8, 7, and it can't be. So this is 9. What is this? This is 1, 2, 3, or 5. But it can't be 1 or 2. It can't be 3. And if it was 1 or 2, I'd need to put a 3 on the line. This is a 5. So there's no 5 here. These are from 1, 2, 3. There must be a 2 on the line. I don't know that there's a 5 on the line. There is a 2. Oh, this is weird. There's no 3 here because of this. There is a 1 or a 2. So either this is a 2 or it's a 1 and that's a 2. That's interesting. So this could never be a 3. If this is a 3 and that's a 2. Oh no, 3, 2. No, this could be a 3. If this is a 1, this is a 2. If this is a 2, that could be a 3. Or a 1. No, hang on. If this is a 1, that can't be a 3, because then where would I put 2? If this is a 3, that could be a 2. Hang on, what's going on here? I feel there's some... If this is a 1... This is a 2. If this is a 2, this is a 1 or a 3. Now, that's fine. I think. But this is a 5. But there's no 4 on it. So this is 6, 7. So this is a 3, which takes 3 out of there. And 3 out of there. So what are these? These are 1, 2, and 9? Those are 1, 2, and 9? I can't, hang on, but that means there's a 2 in here. There's no 2 on this line, so there is a 2 in here. And there's a 2 in here, so there's no 2 on here. Because 2 here is forced, 2 here is forced. So there's no 2 here, there's no 2 here. 2 is up here, which means this is doesn't have 1 on it. This is another 4, 8. Which means this is 1 and this is 2. Which means this is 2. This is crazy. This is not 2, this is 1 or 9. 2 is up here now. This is absolutely bonkers. 2 isn't there. 4, 8 takes 8 out of all of these, but there had to be an 8 on this line because it's from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those 3 middle digits that have to go somewhere on that 4-digit line. The 8 is in there. There is a 6 and a 7 in there, so that's the 3, that's the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 5 or a 9 only, and the 5 looks up making that the 9. So this is 5, 6, 7, and there's no 6 in the middle. So I can move all the corner marks. This is a 5, 6, 7. So this is 1, 3, 9. There's no 3 there. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 7, 8, 9. There's no 8 in those. That's the 8. 7, 9 looks down, making that the 3, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 3. There's no 3 there. This is a 7, 9. This 4, 8 pair takes 4 out of there. Actually, the 4, 8, 4, 8 means there's no 4 on this at all. This is a 1, 2, which looks across, making that the 4 and that the 1. There's no 1 in those. There is a 4 in there. But again, 4, 8 pair means that's not the 4, that's the 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 8. There was never a 6 there, and there's no 8 there. There's no 8 there. There's no 2 there. There's no 1 there. That's the 8. So I can take 8 out of both of those. This is a 1, 2 pair. And the 2 here makes this the 1 and this a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get to 8. That's a 4. There is a 3 in there, and I can't put a 3 there because of that. That's a 3. That's a 6. And I'm broken. No, I'm not. This is a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I was broken, but I'm not. This is not a 1. Not a 1. So that's a 2 because that's the 9. There is no 1 there. There's no 3 there. This is just the 4. So there is a 3 on this line to get the 2 to the 4. Oh, there always was a 3 on this line. What I'm not sure about is 1 and 5. And now I can't put 3 there or there because of that. That's the 3. This is the 2. This is now a 1 or a 5. I'm not sure which. But that's a 1, 5 pair. So that's a 7, taking 7 out of both of those. This is not a 1 because of the 1, 5 pair in the column. The 7 and the 9 looks down, making that the 8, and I'll de-8ify those. This 1, 2 resolves this 1, 2. That's the 2, that's the 1. These are 6, 7, and 9. That 6 takes 6 out of there, so that's the 6. This 4, of course, makes this 8, which makes this 4 and this 8. This 1 takes 1 out of the... Oh, hang on. There's all sorts of stuff going on here. 3 makes that 9, which makes that 3, which makes that 1. The 9 makes that 7 and that 9. I hope I'm not broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. The 5 makes that 7 and that 5. The 7 looks down, making that 9 and that 7, which looks across, making that 9 and that 7. This 9 makes that 8 and that 9. This 9 looks down, making that 7 and that 9. This 1 looks down, making that 5 and that 1, which looks up, making that 5. The 5 looks up, making that 6 and that 5. In this box, I need 1, 6, 7, and 8. The 8 comes out of those. Now the 1 comes out of there and there. This is a 6, 7 pair, so this is the 1, which means I can take the 1 out of there. 8 comes out of there, so this becomes the 8, and the 7 makes this the 6, this the 7, this the 6, and this the 7. And that took me quite a while. I have no idea how long I was gone for, but that was Tumble by Doomjot. Now, Doomjot told me he originally posted this as a 3-star puzzle on Logic Masters Germany, and then when it was voted on, it was downgraded by the people who solved it to a 2. And this is why I want to say to people who are new to the hobby, don't trust the ratings on Logic Masters Germany. I think that was actually quite a tricky little puzzle. There was a lot of stuff in there that if you are not a really experienced solver, that I think you would have a lot of trouble finding. So Logic Masters Germany is a terrible resource because everyone who votes there is turning around and going, I've been solving puzzles for years, so I don't find this tricky, so it's easy. And it's kind of like people, it's kind of like Formula One drivers turning around and saying, well, you've only got a normal license, so you suck. And it's just terrible to people who aren't, if you don't, basically they're saying if you don't do this for a living, you're not welcome. And I think that is terrible. A puzzle isn't easy just because you've been doing something for years. Imagine you went to a surgeon to say, hi, I have a major problem. And the surgeon turns around and says, yeah, this is boring to me. Deal with it yourself. It's not the way the world works. Difficulty is based on difficulty. An easy puzzle is something that should be solvable by people who have an interest in it. If you've been doing something for years and you find it only a minor challenge, it's probably still hard. That's the way difficulty works. You don't get, use climbing, for example. You don't you don't rate a beginning climbing thing as easy because you've been doing it for 10 years. Otherwise, people die. Now, people don't die in Sudoku, but you do cause people a lot of stress and you tell people that they're not welcome. So if you're a newer solver, and I know I get a lot of newer solvers looking at my channel, I get comments and I get feedback from them all the time, please do not use the Logic Masters Germany ratings as anything real, because people over there are just, they're not welcoming. They don't want new solvers in the community. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you can find something. There are a lot of things in the community that are welcoming. I would highly recommend 3 locations where you will find puzzles that are amazing for introductory solvers who are wanting to really find puzzles that are very challenging for newer solvers, but not unapproachable. The 3 ones I would recommend are Artisanal Sudoku by James Sinclair, the World of Sudoku series by Akash Dulani, and Enthralling Sudoku by Ashish Kumar. All of those are paid, and I fully acknowledge that, but they are amazing resources for Sudoku solvers. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.